Schlep stuff. Oh, this has been boiling over now. What's it on now? 6 billion views. That's more than Gangnam Style. No, I know it was 6 million.
What I would say is we would lead first and foremost with safety and civility.
The amount of parodies I've seen of the Apple commercial. Did anyone see the Half-Life Apple commercial? You spent 45 minutes watching a 60-minute video. Okay, but your cat profile picture sucks, so shut up. It's like I'm watching a trailer for like Avengers Endgame or something.
It all started with this one email. One message. The same platform I was victimized on, the one I was fighting to make a safer place, they had just sent me a cease and desist letter, threatening to destroy my life. And you might be wondering, what crime did I commit? 6 predators on their platform are no longer harming their users, because I got them arrested in real life. I did the job that they should have been doing, and they were...
It's crazy how he actually did those stings as well. I think he worked with Gideon for most of them.
Paid me by terminating every account I own and saying they would sue me if I ever touched their site.
Again, everyone made this point. The point being, they were so scared of their stocks and advertisers tanking and pulling out because there's like a YouTuber getting millions of views, making your site look terrible. And they're like, wait a minute, he's actually a user. So we can technically just silence him and not have to address anything.
Again, before this, Roblox's safety failures were impossible to ignore. Predators roam freely.
I'll be honest as well. I genuinely have like a schizo conspiracy theory that the only reason the Digital Online Safety Act is being rolled out in like the UK and now Australia, and it'll happen everywhere in the Western world. It'll be everywhere. The main reason it happened is because of Roblox. Because they don't know what to do. They can't shut down this multi-billion-dollar company because it's making everyone too much money. So then they do that as the next best thing. And then it spreads and now it's everywhere. Genuinely. It's not in New Zealand. It's being implemented in Australia pretty soon. It'll be everywhere. It definitely will be everywhere. It'll spread to America. I give it like 2 years and then they'll be doing the digital ID over there as well. Oh, thank you, Edgy Lambs, for the 1,000 bits. Appreciate it. It's my second time subbing to someone sending bits. Love your content. Only watch your VODs until recently. Hope your day is going well. Love your hair. Also, I think this might get sent at the wrong moment. No worries. Thank you for the bits. Appreciate it.
Reports went unanswered, and even employees were admitting that this was happening by literal design. That cease and desist didn't silence me.
Well, yeah, I mean, we talked about the Online Safety Act. I remember, like, because at the minute, the UK government, they can't ban VPNs. They can't do anything about it at the minute. So, like, you had this guy speaking on the TV, like one of the representatives, and he's basically saying, if you use a VPN, you're supporting, like, child predators. Like, what in the mental illness is that? Sorry for wanting to go on a site and not have all my data collected. My bad.
Did was confirm my darkest suspicions about the company, and well, it did for.
You know what? Give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can try and find it. It was like peak mental illness statement. Minister must apologize over Savile claim. Okay, so if anyone knows who Jimmy Savile is, he was a children's entertainer in the UK. He was like 60 or something. And then after he died, there was an investigation launched and they found out that he was touching like loads of kids, like boys, girls, everything. He would literally go into children's hospitals, like doing a fundraiser and then do some touching. It was crazy, and they only found out after he died. I think they removed his headstone or something like that. You know, there's not really much you can do after that. Obviously, there's still conspiracy theories to this day that people knew and it was a cover-up. Oh, wait. Okay, Nigel Farage. So he's pretty far right. Nigel Farage has urged Technology Secretary Peter Kyle to do the right thing and apologize after he suggested that by opposing the government's online safety law, the Reform UK leader was on the side of sex offenders like Jimmy Savile. Wait, Reform said it would scrap the new law? Dude, wow. Reform is saying that? That's really good. But that means I got to vote Reform. Oh, man. What a catch-22 that is. They would actually scrap it? That's insane. Damn. It's wild. Pyro reform voter confirmed. Well, anyways, nah. I wouldn't vote reform, but the fact that they'd abolish it, it's obvious they're just doing the opposite of whatever Labour is doing at the minute. Pyro, you're in Australia. Why are you worried about the UK? Because Australia is copying the Online Safety Act. I mean, look, I'll show you. It's literally, it's coming in now. Or, no, it's age verification, right? This is basically what it is. It's an age verification thing. Yeah, December 10th. Now, okay, this one's a bit different because it's reasonable steps to prevent Australians under the age of 16 from creating or keeping an account. That's based, okay? I personally think no one under 16 should be using social media. No one. Like, I think 13 to make a TikTok and stuff is terrible. That's horrendous. Like all the things that you can see and that can happen, you should not have online internet access at that age. But because of this law, everyone is going to have to, again, prove their identity. If you're 40 or 50 or 30 or 20, you're going to have to. And again, we got that same problem again, where there could be like possible data breaches. Like, for example, you know, wait, actually, is it only social media platforms? Okay, because in the UK, it was stuff like Pornhub and that as well. And like Pornhub in the UK shown a 70% drop in its user base in the UK. Because people were like, oh no, I can't, my friends can't find out I whack off to femboys or like BBC or something like that. I mean, come on, it's like current year, man. Everyone's a degenerate. Thank you, One-Legged Bandit, for the 2 months. Anyways.
For the rest of the world, too.
Own your kinks. I think if whatever you're into is legal, who cares? Genuinely. Who cares? Because once people know you're a freak, they can't do anything about it.
Because in the following week, Roblox's stock tanked by 12.
They can't hold anything against you.
$12 billion. The Attorney General
But yeah, anyways. Schlep time.
of Louisiana filed a massive lawsuit accusing them of putting profits over safety. Roblox aggressively pushed back, releasing statements after statements trying to discredit me. Roblox forced me out of the woodwork to defend myself, and I dropped a video refuting these claims. It exploded overnight, and it became one of the fastest growing videos in the history.
I love how Chris Hansen, after To Catch a Predator, has been interacting with so many YouTubers. Like, I mean, obviously Schlepp in a positive way, Onision in a negative way.
Of Roblox. If Roblox sent me a cease and desist over a few videos getting over 1 million views, what were they about to do next?
Okay, all right. I see some people in chat talking about it. Last time I'll talk about it because I don't want it to take away from the video. Because like you're talking about kinks and stuff now. Like, okay, I want you to imagine that you've got this like kink you have, right? Which is legal, by the way, which is legal. It's just very weird in your head. It's very weird. And you go your whole life repressing it. And you think like, oh my God. If anyone finds out about this, like I'm screwed. I'm screwed. It's over. And then you catastrophize and you overthink. And then in like an alternate reality, you say to your mate, hey, I'm into this. And he goes, yeah, same. Like, you'll always find someone else that is into, like, a similar thing. That's why there's, like, communities for stuff. Again, that is legal. But yeah, literally, just own it. Who cares? Like, why live a life of fear? You're only gonna be on this planet for so long. That's the last thing I'll say. Why if I get kink shamed? Who cares? They're probably into something disgusting. Like feet. That was a joke.
There was no next, no response, no statement, just silence. And that silence didn't feel normal. It felt intentional, calculated even. It felt like they were quietly preparing for something big, and at the time, I just didn't know what. Before I show you the next letter they send me, we need to see the full picture so we can really get an understanding of how crazy this is. All of this started because Roblox sent me a cease and desist for catching
I'm not playing a video game, by the way. This is like my light control thing. I'm just like fidgeting with it like a moron.
predators on their platform and reporting them to law enforcement.
That they would then video, they would report to the police, and then only after would they let Roblox know.
The real reason why they sent me a cease and desist letter is because what I'm doing contradicts the image that they're trying to build. An image that is the safest place for anyone on the entire...
Can you invest in Roblox, actually? Or is it a private company? Can you invest in Roblox? No wonder they silenced him. They actually do have their own... I kept saying this is a cope, but like you can actually invest in them. No shit, they freaked out. They were like, oh, money! SpongeBob! Our money! This slip guy's gonna take all our money, SpongeBob!
Internet. That's not me paraphrasing either.
Ultimately, Roblox is the safest place for anyone on the internet.
We can say that safety issues are not widespread or systemic on Roblox. Our guiding vision is to create the safest, most civil community in the...
Oh wait, he found the clip? Oh, thank you so much. I can't view your name because I got streamer mode on. Cartman profile picture. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hang on, going back onto that claim with the VPNs.
The Prime Minister is holding an...
Right, apparently it's at 1:55, and you timestamped it. Based mod. Right, let's... So, obviously, after the Online Safety Act came in, VPN shot up, right? Look at this cope. Look at this cope right here, man. It's godly.
You have to understand that the Online Safety Act has in it the duty to prevent the grooming of children by predators. The online...
That is very good. That is very good. We should have a law like that. But we should not have a law where you upload your face or something that proves it's you onto any site like Reddit, like Pornhub, and then you use a third-party American data broker to hold onto that information that could possibly get hacked and then people get extorted. Could you imagine the amount of people that would, unironically, they're not comfortable like with what they're into, or maybe they've said something, that would literally like jump off a building rather than end up paying money? There are actual stories about that. People extorting people over like private messages or like their search history.
The Online Safety Act prevents under 13s from having access to the social media platforms, most of which have messaging apps for which adults can contact children. So be in no doubt at all. If you want to overturn the Online Safety Act, you are on the side of predators, not those who want to keep children safe. Nigel Farage is on the side of predators, and make no doubt about it.
If you use a VPN to circumvent the act, you're a predator. It's just cope. It's just absolute cope. It's unhinged. It's unhinged. It's like, you know that in the House of Commons, they people voted to overturn it. It got like 2 million votes or something like that, maybe even more. And when it gets over 250,000 signatures, House of Commons has to acknowledge it. And this is like one of the first times in history where they went, nah, we don't care. We don't care. It's going to go through anyway.
The world.
A lot of the negative press has come from things that have happened 5 years ago.
Roblox allows players as young as 5 onto the platform and
Wait, you can be a 5-year-old on Roblox? If you're born in 2020, you're 5? Oh my god. I'm a fossil. Oh, no, I don't want to think about that. That was lockdown. 5 years. Oh my god. Oh, that's grim. God, I'm going to be like 40 in like a week. I didn't know you could actually be 5 on Roblox. Is it not 13 like TikTok and Instagram? Okay, that's bad. I mean, it makes sense now though. Like that's why whenever you go into, okay, we've all had that scene, right? Where you go into a restaurant, you're eating, and then you see the family, and you just see the little kid that's just on their iPad, like just playing Roblox, just not talking.
platform.
I saw this picture of like a grandparent with their child, and the child is just like on her iPad, and that picture, you know, genuinely made me tear up. I'm not even joking. Like I'm even getting a bit emotional thinking about it now, because it reminds me of like the times I would spend with my sister in McDonald's with my nan who passed away. And I think I was about like the same age as the child. But like back then you didn't have, oh god, I sound like Ugg saying this, but back then you didn't have like TikTok and stuff. I didn't have a phone. I had like an iPod Touch, I think, or something like that. But yeah, it's sad. It genuinely is sad.
And features brands like Sesame Street, Blippi, and My Little Pony, designed to reach audiences even younger than that. Yet right now, Roblox is hosting a game called RoSocial. This is a clone of an 18+ platform called Omegle, and it got sued out of existence for widespread exploitation. It now has a home on Roblox. You click a button, and you instantly connect into a chat room with a random stranger. You have zero idea who the other person.
I think the only times I've played Roblox was that funny weather survival mod. And when everyone would not shut up for like 2 months straight for me to play, what is it, Forspoken? Awoken? That Dark Souls kind of game. And then I teamed up with that really nice streamer.
Is beyond the screen. To give you an idea of how
Thank you, Crash Site, for joining.
how bad this game is, I had someone run a test
Yeah, deep working, that's right.
of 100 conversations, and 36 of them broke the terms of service of Roblox. It's ironic that Roblox accused me of sharing personally identifiable information, while at the same time profiting off of an exploitive game built around that. Quick update. I showed this game to a known Roblox developer with contacts. After seeing what this game allowed, he filed an official Roblox support ticket, and absolutely nothing happened. Because
Yeah, anyone can be a Roblox developer, right? Or is there a program that you join? Because a developer is basically someone that makes Roblox games. I'm not sure if there's, there probably is an application process, to be fair.
because of this, he decided to go public, sharing how insane it was for a game like this
What, like, hey, Matt, I want to know the actual statistics of, like, when a support ticket has been filed and something happens. I bet you it is less than 1% of support tickets filed.
to even exist in the first place. And only then did Roblox finally take the game down. By then, this game had already amassed over 2 million visits.
I really don't like the way Roblox operates, where it's like, thing happens, someone files a complaint, nothing happens, YouTuber makes a video on it, or they make tweet that blows up, and then they take it down.
Who knows how many people got exploited because of this game. It's also worth noting that Roblox allowed another Omegle-style clone.
Roblox has the lowest moderation compared to TikTok. TikTok's moderation is pretty strict, I'd say. Instagram has no moderation. Have you seen the comments on there? Every TikTok is just actual racism. It's like on TikTok you would never see that. Thank you, Greedy Theris, for the $50. Damn, appreciate that, man. Thank you. I love Deep Woken. Yeah, maybe I'll go back to playing it again someday. But I gotta get Fear and Hunger out first. Thank you, Starboys, for the 14 months.
To reach 250 million visits before it was finally taken down in June. But it wasn't taken down by Roblox. The developer of this game took it down themselves because there was so much exploitation going on in it. If the developers are the ones shutting down their own games because of that, that shows there is a severe and critical safety failure going on at this company. Roblox, as of this moment, allows and hosts a Tinder-style game called Friend Me. It was removed 2 years ago, and yet Roblox allowed it to come back under a new name.
I think one thing that scares me as well, and I'm not sure how true it is, but I feel like people now are squirting out kids so quickly, and they almost just don't care about them. Like, I'm talking about kids being born now, like right now. Because it's like, you know, I mean, a lot of influencers, I hate saying that word, say this, but like I would never let my kid touch the internet until they're like much older. No way. Like, no way. But I even remember as a kid, like, you know, Saints Row, like Saints Row 1, I remember playing the multiplayer and my parents, and I used voice chat, and my parents were like listening in to what the people in the lobby were saying. And someone made like a rape joke or something. And then my dad was immediately like, nah, you're not playing this game. You're not playing this game. I mean, I wasn't 18 at the time. I forget how old I was. I was probably like 14 or something. But like, honestly, based parents stepping in. Like at the time, I was like, F you, Dad, F you. But like, in retrospect, looking back on that, I'm so happy that my dad was there to actually step in and like take that shit away from me, as opposed to like, you know, you just see a kid just like on their iPad and stuff and you don't know what's happening. You don't know who they're talking to.
It works exactly like Tinder. Swipe left to skip, swipe.
I could never ever think about getting my, if I have kids, getting my child a console and letting them play an online game on their own. Like any game that has online functionality. I could not imagine it. Unsupervised, I could not imagine it.
Swipe right to like, and if you...
But I've seen this with like so many parents. They just don't care. It's like, well, you know, let's, I don't really want to take care of my child right now. Because the thing is, like, if you can't take care of your child 24/7, do not have a child. Genuinely. It's a scary commitment. Having a kid is not easy. Like, basically, the free... If you have a kid, it can be great. But the freedom of your life is over. It's a full-time commitment. And hopefully one day when they grow up, they can actually thank you for it and return the favor. That's what I'm trying to do with my parents right now. Because they spent like every waking hour taking care of me. But I just cannot imagine, like, you have a kid and then it's like, yeah, here you go. Regulated internet access, go wild. I just don't get it.
Match with them, you get put in a private chat where, to nobody's surprise, the exact same activity takes place. This is only a small amount of the widespread exploitation issues taking place on Roblox. No matter what age, what type of player...
Thank you, Dylan, for the 5. Are you going to make more content with Fitz? Possibly, yeah. I don't see why not. I need to kind of get back in the streaming grind, and then maybe I could organize something.
You are on Roblox. At the minimum, you will be exposed to inappropriate...
Having kids is an investment with minimal rewards. It depends. It depends. You know, if my parents, I think having kids is like a selfless act in most cases. Because again, it's like my parents, they could have been like rocking on. They could have, you know, because like imagine, for example, how expensive it is to have a child all the things you have to buy for the child, all the foods, all the, you know, stuff to like change it. And, you know, like maybe you need a bigger house or like a bed, and it can end up being like hundreds of thousands of dollars easily. You know, it's a sacrifice. And my parents could have used that money to buy themselves like a nice sports car or something. Like I know when I used to live in the UK, like we had neighbors that were in their 50s and they never had kids and they were so happy. It is a commitment. You can't just give up halfway. Like I saw this advert for like the RSPCA or something, and it said like a dog, like a pet dog, isn't just for Christmas. Like you can literally say like the same thing about a child. You don't have a kid like just for the experience. Like you have to take care of it for, you know, until they're basically an adult.
Things at the very least, and that is because how bad Roblox's moderation system truly is. Roblox is actively funneling their users onto a platform called Discord, one of the most unsafe, unregulated spaces on the entire internet. All you have to do is click a button, zero warning about what is taking place on this platform, you are entered into one of these servers. Roblox and Discord's relationship
I just like how there's a new scam link on Discord every single week.
can only be seen as business partners. They're not only directly integrated into each other's platforms, Roblox has actually gone as far as to buy software on Discord. Roblox and Discord are named as defendants in multiple lawsuits because people have been hurt because of this. Roblox loves to tout around about adding 100 new safety features this year. Well, I had someone put these safety features to the test. New account, youngest age possible, every single...
Thank you, Live, the 3. I broke up with my boyfriend last night. Sorry to hear that, man. Hope you're doing all right.
restriction turned
It'll feel like shit now, but things will get better.
on and chat disabled. You think you'd be safe, right? Not even
So new account, youngest age, restrictions on chat disabled. How could you get preyed on if...
even close. What you're looking at is pixels, because beyond that point, it is too graphic to even show or describe.
Is that bath game that went viral that everyone was doing videos on? There was like this game where like you could basically simulate showering and stuff and make the characters naked, and it somehow wasn't marked as an 18 rated game.
Here. And Roblox's own algorithm recommends games like...
Dude, I feel so bad for kids growing up now. Genuinely. You know, like anyone below like a teenager and stuff, it's over. Genuinely, it's never been more scary to be on the internet. Like when I was growing up on the internet, the scariest thing you had were like flash games or like MSN, where you were sending each other jump scares. Like the internet was nowhere near as connected as it is now.
Like this to their...
I'm going to make a brave statement here, boys. Even though without it, I wouldn't have a job. Social media was a mistake.
their own users. Their parental game blacklist caps at 100. Mind you, there are millions of games on this platform.
The condo game. Yeah. The condo games. That's the one. That's the one, the condo games. It's straight up NSFW. Oh, there's like fluid animations. Yeah, that's very normal. Yeah, Schlep, I'm using a program that shows both Twitch and YouTube, so if you get buried, sorry about that. It doesn't really highlight you too well.
There's no avatar controls, meaning whatever another person creates, you can see. Roblox doesn't have a comprehensive reporting outcome dashboard. Roblox doesn't have a whitelist feature, allowing parents to only select a certain amount of games that their kids can play. YouTube Kids literally has this. And their own employees at the company have stated safety features have been denied because it hurt engagement. Then there's the awful Roblox reporting system. We've sent Roblox reports of predators through their system after felony arrest, and in multiple cases they refuse to act until I made videos. Ask anyone in the community. People have lost faith in the moderation system.
So what I said earlier, like they'll let stuff fall through the cracks because they're making so much money. I mean, I think with them it's a mix of negligence, and the Roblox devs have this monster that's growing so quickly and making them so much money that like they can't monitor everything. They physically can't do it. But then, you know, it's like, do we slow down and make... It's like any company, right? Any big billion-dollar company. Do we slow down and make regulations? nah, we're making so much money. We'll wait until the government says something that we're probably lobbying anyway.
Entirely. Their own.
But yeah, obviously then when a YouTuber makes a video, uh-oh, this could get to the advertisers. This is bad. We got to remove it now.
Numbers show one of the lowest moderator to user ratios than any other major social media platform. And just remember, those other platforms aren't marketed to the youngest.
Dude, could you imagine Roblox actually lobbying a party in America? That it will happen. That would be so dystopian. Someone's like doing a press hearing and you just see a Roblox banner above them.
Demographics online. They claim a lot of the negative press has come from things that happened 5 years ago. The major situations creating the biggest buzz have happened within the last 1 to 2 years. And the person who said that, she works for Roblox, while sitting on multiple councils shaping online safety policy. Lawsuits against Roblox have pointed.
Wait a minute, big billion-dollar company that's also trying to get in bed with lawmakers? Yo, what?
Out this.
I love America. I love America. America is the least corrupt first world country in the world.
It's insane conflict of interest. Influencing safety legislation while working for the company under scrutiny? But this is the core of Roblox.
If they bring dating into Roblox, it's so over. Yeah, you remember? I do remember there were talks about that, which... This is the problem. Have you noticed how all these companies want to do everything? Twitter became X because, you know, Elon said he wants it to be the everything app. You know, like, I don't know what he's got plans for it on, like delivering food and stuff like that, or, you know, like getting a job or, you know, AI. I mean, he's already got Grok, right? And then Fortnite is now copying Roblox by having the, you can make your own games and stuff like that. Like, it's all these games and all these companies, they're not content with being number one in their field. They now have to expand and just do everything.
Roblox, a billion-dollar company that calls itself the...
There's still talks about it. He mentioned it at an event 2 months ago. Honestly, it's going to happen. If the government don't step in, it's going to happen. There is no way at this point that they will turn around and be like, you know, imagine like they just wake up and say, oh, it's a self-aware moment.
Safest place on the internet for anyone, while knowingly hosting, profiting, and ignoring.
Has anyone watched Pluribus, the Apple TV show? I made a video shilling it last night. I feel like the Roblox devs, like the actual internal team, like the CEO and stuff, they're like all the people that are infected with this like blissful unawareness, this happiness, because they're making so much money. And then people like Schlepp that are doing videos, he's basically Carol. Just so pissed off that he cannot get through to them and they're just so blissfully unaware.
One of the most dangerous ecosystems on the internet.
When do we get one Pluribus reference per video? Bro, when they drop a new episode on Friday.
To get a full grasp of everything, we need to start by assembling a timeline. This was the last video I
Amazing show. Yeah, it's good you watched it. Cannot wait for episode 3.
did regarding a Roblox predator I caught. In this video, I talked about how Roblox was a suppressive company towards people calling out their moderation. Ironic because 15 days later, Roblox sends me a cease and desist letter. They banned every account I own, including ones that go back to when I was a little kid. And Roblox threatened to sue me for computer fraud if I ever...
I don't even think them banning him is like the bad thing. Because it's like, they'll do that to anyone. But this is literally silencing him. This is like, okay, if you keep, we can't get you on YouTube. We can't. But if you keep going, we're going to sue you and fully silence you. And this is the way I love like lawsuits with big companies, because what they do is they purposely obfuscate, whatever the buzzword is. They will bury you under so many claims and paperwork that before you can even speak, you'll run out of money, no matter what. They will purposely delay it by years and years and years, so they burn you out before there's like an actual claim to be made.
Never touch their site again.
It's a great tactic if you're rich. It's very great.
The next day, I released the news, and for 3 days straight after it, it was trending on Twitter. Calls for boycotts, TikToks, videos. For a short while, it became the topic of the internet. But behind the scenes, I was talking to law firms, and I officially retained SGGH and Milberg. This law firm in particular is representing 1,000 clients between Roblox and Discord abuse. On the 14th, with my law firm, we put out a statement. We pointed out the pure irony of this cease and desist and that SGGH was representing my claims against the company. In this statement, it was also revealed that Chris Hansen was creating a documentary on Roblox and that he got in touch with me to show his support. And on the same exact day, Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrell filed her giant lawsuit against Roblox. In this, she pointed out Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrell filed her giant lawsuit.
Schlep, can I say something? I don't know if you edited this or not, or got someone to do it. Thank God when you shown this image of this woman, you didn't do the bobby head thing that all the commentary channels do. I hate that shit so much, man. I don't know why. It's some pet peeve.
Against Roblox. In this, she pointed out games that I mentioned in my Predator catches. That if Roblox heard me out, this lawsuit might not have even existed. The next day, my law firm sent a letter to Roblox. We broke down.
No, they use like the Adobe Puppet tool, so that it's even though it's a still image, their head bobs from like side to side.
How unjustified and unfair this ban was, and how Roblox was never giving
more Sunny V2 thud sound effects.
This sort of treatment to any predators on their platform. We also said that any form of communication must be routed through my legal counsel, and how if Roblox did try to pursue anything, that my law firm would fight tooth and nail under California's anti-slap laws. Roblox's law firm responded that they received the letter, and that was it. That was the last communication we had with them up until this.
I'm surprised they even acknowledged the letter. They didn't do like a Friendly Geordies. You remember Friendly Geordies? So this is when he was getting sued and he was given the court papers. And because you have to be physically handed the papers in Australia, he just used a fake hand.
Please state the claim and the gymnastics. Oh, thanks so much. And oh no, Paul, can you call an ambulance for me? Or my hand.
Point. It's also
I'm amazed the CEO just didn't do the same bit.
worth noting during this time frame, Roblox was putting out statements after statements, going as far as to compare me to actual predators. They labeled my
Oh, I remember that cope.
work as vigilantism, claiming I was
Thank you, Yen, for the prime.
taking the law into my own hand. But the truth is, law enforcement themselves have publicly gone on record in public statements that they're grateful for people like me who step forward and give them evidence, which ends up resulting in an arrest. As of right now, videos on my channel have
I did a video with Amma a while back where I handed divorce papers to his dad like that. What? Like the fake hand bit?
resulted in people being put on the registry, and the only ones taking law into their own hands were the police. They were the ones placing the handcuffs time and time again. But anyways, back to the timeline. This is when my video dropped defending myself against Roblox's baseless allegations. The anger online reached its maximum capacity. It had just passed the threshold for the company. Their stock dropping, lawsuits, news outlets.
Yeah, what?
An entire online movement. What were they about to do?
Okay, let's be fair, bro. The only thing they care about is the stocks going down. Come on.
Next.
They lost 12 billion market cap. The fact they even had 12 billion to begin with. Oh, like serving papers? I legally served Amma's... I'm not sure who Amma is. Amma's stepdad divorce papers. He was so pissed. I gave him a straight out of marriage shirt too. Straight...
Hi, Michael.
Is the oh, okay.
I understand
I only know Gideon that you work with.
our decision to moderate and ban your accounts came as a surprise and something you wholeheartedly disagree with. That said, our intent has been to keep the platform safe, and I believe that is something we have in common. Would you be up for a conversation to see if there's some way we can keep you active in the Roblox community?
Since the very beginning, I had been begging Roblox for a direct line of communication. Just one.
Yeah, Gideon had such a weird career turnaround. I feel like everyone has that bit where like they hit a wall and they're not happy with YouTube and they reinvent themselves. Like I jumped into the game reviews on main. Fear and Hunger next month, by the way. I remember Gideon was doing pranks. He was being like a bit of a dick. And then he made this video saying like how he found God and stuff like that. And then he jumped into like the pred catching stuff and like turned it all around. Like he actually found a purpose.
Person inside of the company who would listen to me. Time after time, they ignored me. I told them how I was victimized on their platform, how I was trying to help make it safer, and how I had evidence and information that they crucially needed. Never once did they hear me out. Then, after them threatening to sue me for computer fraud, an entire online movement, and them losing $12 billion in market value, they finally decide to hear me out. They had the nerve to say we share the same interests. Really? Because in your response to me, the CEO was defending the game Meep City. And in this, they said it wasn't the developer's fault, even though he was enabling these features and has publicly made statements like this. This game has 16 billion visits, and it's been one of the biggest safety problems on the platform.
16 billion. How? How is that not bots? That must be like so many kids that play the game, they go to bed, they play the game, they go to bed, they play the game, they go to bed. They do it like 7 days a week. And that's like each visit is an individual login, like from the same IP.
For almost a decade now. To prove how unsafe this was, one of the biggest
I remember when he did this.
ROBLOX content creators joined this game, and within 4 seconds they were exposed to inappropriate stuff. This was the game ROBLOX was defending. We're supposed to believe you guys care about safety? Trust me, I want to.
The thing is, Roblox is in a pretty bad position because they can't admit fault. If they admit fault, it's like, our stocks are going to tank.
Believe you.
I'm not sympathizing with them at all, by the way. But yeah, this is why they'll never admit. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how deep the video is. It's 36 minutes. We're like a third of the way. I will be amazed if they apologized. Because there's a difference between realizing there's a problem and then actually saying sorry.
I have no idea how much I want that to be true. But how can we believe that after everything that has just happened? Then came the part about keeping me active within the Roblox community. This was their supposed olive branch. My supposed ticket back onto the platform I'd been playing since I was a little kid. But the thing is, this was never about me getting unbanned. It was about the victims, the players, the community that has been neglected forever. Roblox thought that this was about a few accounts. They thought if they just pressed the unban button, all of this would go away.
If they admit it, the stocks will drop, which means someone will lose their job. Yeah, definitely.
I would trade every single account I own for Roblox to make the basic moves in safety that they did after Liz Merle filed her lawsuit.
You really underestimate how many drooling children play Roblox. No, this is what I mean. I made the point earlier. Like, so many parents now, they have a kid. And I'm projecting my childhood a little bit here. You know, because you didn't have Roblox or like TikTok and stuff back then. But I remember how like my parents would basically like always spend time with me, and they would let me play video games. But this was like a single player game on like the PS1 or the Xbox. It was like Tomb Raider on the PS1, which for like a 7-year-old, by the way, is way too hard a game to play. You know, or like Spyro the Dragon. And then on the Xbox, it'd be something like Serious Sam, goated game series, by the way. And it's like, isn't it so funny how back then, me growing up, that was considered really bad and brain rot? Look how fucking bad it's got now, man. Like 20 years later, how bad it's got. Like now you've got to worry about your child, like possibly being groomed or something on Roblox. As opposed to like me growing up where it's like, oh, you can't, oh no, you can't play GTA 3. You get it. No, it's very gory. You can run people over. Like that. Isn't it so funny how that is absolutely nothing now compared to this?
They should have made these changes a decade ago. And who knows how many people this has prevented from getting exploited. What they don't.
I used to play Gears of War as a kid. I remember a neighbor inviting, there was this married couple, and they invited me and my sister around to their place, and they were really sweet. And they let me play Gears of War on their Xbox, and I was so blown away by the game, I thought it was real life.
Understand that you and I both
oh man, simpler times
get is that free schlep was never about me. It was about exposing the systemic safety failures that I proved existed before and that I still proved existed today. It was about how Roblox will show immense force against someone trying to simply help, but never share that same energy with predators that are operating freely on their platform. And it's
why is one of them censored? Schlepp, if you're still there, why is one of the Predators censored? Is there a reason for that? Was that like YouTube post editor thing, or was that in the actual video? Editing mistake?
It's also worth
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back. Did you
that same energy with predators that are operating freely on their platform.
I mean, it looks pretty intentional, but we put the wrong mugshot. I see. Yeah, I mean, fair enough admitting that. Yeah, I mean, you did your best there.
And it's also worth considering the person who wrote...
I was so scared that, like... Okay, thank fuck your editor went over that, because I was so scared for you for a second that the mugshot, the wrong one, would actually flash for a second. Because that would actually be a lawsuit, like, unironically.
This email wasn't just Roblox. It was Matt Kaufman. Matt Kaufman was just comparing me to actual predators. But in this, he insinuates bringing me back onto the platform. That's how disingenuous all of this reads. But none of this at all compares to the biggest red flag in all of this. Going back to the timeline, when we responded to Roblox's cease and desist, we explicitly wrote them that all communication must go through my legal counsel. This email was sent directly to me through the 2 emails that they sent the cease and desist through. Matt Kaufman went behind my lawyer's back to directly contact me. This wasn't just insane.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. That's very... You should not be speaking to the person that's suing you or being sued. You should not. That's very wrong. Especially with all the power and authority that guy has at the company. And then you're doing that to a YouTuber? That's legit, like, intimidation, right?
Insanely inappropriate.
I mean, it depends what he says, but yeah.
But it was also really suspicious. This, at the end of the day, was just a PR war for Roblox. I had to consider, was this a possible trap? Were they trying to bait me? Something just reeked so fishy about this. And I wasn't gonna go into this blind. As of this very moment, I'm still open to talk to Roblox about how they could fix safety problems. But one key thing needs to happen. It needs to be in good faith. And I needed to make sure this email was actually in good faith. So before I did anything, I waited for one thing in particular. I wanted to see the next statement Roblox would make about me. Because if they believed my intentions were good, then logically, if they were acting in good faith, they would...
What are your thoughts about the new Death Grips news? Oh, they're making a new album? I think it's only Zach and Andy that are doing it. But yeah, still very excited. I hope to God if they go on tour, someone doesn't piss on the floor again or throw a glow stick, because they'll just go into hiding again for another 5 years.
Would stop lying about me in the media. To nobody's surprise at all, they kept going. Their smear campaign continued despite Matt Kaufman's email to me. That's when it clicked. This email didn't come from a place of sincerity. It came from fear. In just a week, Roblox was set to host their biggest yearly event. Their equivalent of an Apple keynote. This moment defined...
It's like, hey, Schlepp, you gonna take that video down, buddy? Say you're sorry? I'll give you a $50 Roblox gift card. Thank you, lol, for joining.
Their public image for the next year. At the same time, David was on stage at this event. I was going to be on stage with no other than Chris Hansen. Also, a detective who's actually worked on Roblox predator cases, and my lawyer. Roblox releases their statements claiming they have experts. It's only what they're claiming. For me, the people who had my back were real.
Do you know what Roblox is? Because if you don't, your children do. And if you've been following this on social media, you will know this next young man I'm going to introduce, Michael Schlepp.
Please don't tell him to take a seat. That is the worst line you could possibly say to him. Could you imagine he actually slips up and he goes back to his Dateline NBC personality and he says to Schlepp, take a seat? Like, could you imagine the fumble?
Michael is a key part of our investigation as his attorney.
He looks old now. Wait a minute, people age? Nah, you're kidding, right?
Steve is a lawyer based in Chicago. His firm is representing more than 500 cases of people like Schlepp. And we're also very fortunate to be joined by a dedicated detective, Henrik Austin.
He looks pretty similar, to be fair. It's just his hair's gone white now.
From the Marion County, Florida Sheriff's Department, with whom I've been working on this very investigation. Welcome, Detective. Thank you. Schlepp, let's start with you. Tell me about your early experience on Roblox. Why did you enjoy interacting on the platform?
Well, Roblox, it was advertised, it was a children's game, you know, it was like little Legos, you know. I thought it was a cool game. It evolved into me like taking it seriously, learning programming a little bit, and you know, I thought it was cool, but it was pretty like crazy to see like how it evolved from something innocent to something really bad.
There was a series of incidents where a very well-known content creator targeted you.
Yeah.
Tell me what happened.
I met a very popular game developer. You know, I looked up to him because he created a game.
He was a bit of a hero to you.
Yeah, he created a game that I really liked. You know, I was like, oh my gosh, he's talking to me, he's interacting with me. I'm just a little kid. I didn't think anything of it. And what was created was this power dynamic. It evolved into him taking advantage of me, and it went on for years. And
yeah, I remember when Schlepp talked about this in his video. It's like one of the main inspirations behind him getting into predator catching. It's really sad, genuinely.
My mom contacted Roblox about the stuff that happened to me, and they totally brushed her off. That's just ridiculous.
No way.
So they did reply. Your son going through a really tough time. We want to assure you we will do anything in our power to help you further, for this will be escalating. Any more additional information on the website. And they just linked suicide hotlines? Are you fucking for real? Most empathetic company imaginable. That's disgusting. Look at this man, like talking about a mom talking about her child being groomed, and then it's like, we're sorry you feel that way. Just copy paste some hotline links or something. Anyways. You should use the report abuse button. We have moderators. Remember, even though you cannot see if an account is moderated, our team does take action. Please contact the police. Why are they using like, they're using such like corpo terms.
Action whatsoever.
No action until years later.
They did that when I told them my story a few months before, where I was trying to get a line to them. Yeah, sorry you went through that, man. Jesus.
So another female developer came forward about her experiences, and only then he finally got removed.
And Schlepp, I want to talk in a moment about your recent activism, but first I want to hear from...
I would actually prefer that they didn't reply, then they reply, use some fucking hotlines they just copy pasted off Google, and then speak like just complete cyberpunk corpo.
Your attorney, Steve, this is one of more than 500 cases. Your
Audio's kind of low. Yeah, it did get a bit low after Schlepp stopped narrating.
firm is handling against Roblox.
Yes, that's correct. And we now represent over 800, Chris, survivors attributable to Roblox and to Discord. Just
Been
a
watching
shocking
and lurking
number
since
of
2016.
cases in
Love
and
the
of
new
itself.
main channel
But
vids
we're
and the effort
one
to
firm.
keep up the good
And what we're
swap to
finding
inflation,
is,
boy.
that there are
Thank you, Michael, for the 10. Appreciate it.
thousands of survivors like Schlepp.
Detective Austin
It was very eerie getting those exact same emails after we'd get felony arrests.
and I have known each other for several months.
You know, okay, this is a very poor comparison to make. I don't know why it just came to my mind, but you remember that Internet Historian video where they talked about Fallout 76 and people were complaining about these special edition bags they got? And Bethesda just turned around to people complaining, being like, nah, we're not doing refunds. Sorry. Like, the point I'm trying to make is these companies are not even trying to hide their contempt that they don't care. Like they're not even pretending to try and care.
Had sat down and interviewed Detective Austin about
Fallout 6. Shut up, man.
his cases.
Thank you, Ha, for the 5. Will you ever make Far Cry 4? Maybe at some point. I want to do Look Outside after Fear and Hunger.
in Marion County involving Roblox. And listen to this for a second. Not only did they bust a 16-year-old, but there's another case in Marion County, in this one county in Central Florida. So if those two cases come to our attention just in Marion County,
It's really sad to see the state Roblox is in. Kids now have to be so much more careful to the people they meet online. This would have happened anyway, even without Roblox. You would have had some company that appealed to kids, and then they just had no regulations. The reason why YouTube has regulations is because everyone keeps making videos bitching about YouTube, and they can't silence them because then it escalates it. So they have to actually kneel and go, okay, we're going to change this now. I mean, you know, everyone likes to rib on YouTube, definitely, but they're doing a much better job than Roblox. Roblox are like, I mean, we could stop this. We could put some implementation in, but dude, look at the stocks, man. Look how much money we're making.
Florida, what is happening in the rest of Florida? What is happening in the rest of the United States? What is happening in the rest of the world?
For those of you that don't know about NCMEC.
Is Chris Hansen's hair green, or is it the lighting? No, it's green. He's turning into the Hulk. He's getting very angry.
National Center for Missing and Exploited Children provided us with some information about someone that was believed to live within my jurisdiction, that they were engaging in quite a bit of exploitive behavior, extremely explicit conversations, executed a search warrant on the residence of the person I believed to be the predator, and met Christian Scribbin. You know, we had quite a conversation, and it was unbelievable to see his perspective and the scope of just what one person,
I like how whenever you get a predator mugshot, the top comment is always, why do they always look like that?
Old person can do in a short amount of time.
Dealing with Roblox is enough being done.
Dude, don't say Badger from Breaking Bad. Nah, come on. We're not, nah. No, don't ruin that show for me. Don't do it.
Your opinion as a detective.
I can speculate on exactly what's being done and what's not being done. I can say that when I had this particular case, I don't know if it was because of the media coverage it received or if it was for some other reason, but I did meet with ROBLOX. Over a Zoom call, I met with quite a bit of their outreach people, and we spoke about certain things that could change, things to take away from this particular case. I think until we can say that this is not happening anymore, enough is not being done.
What made you decide to show this predatory activity that was going on Roblox? What made you become an advocate?
I don't think you'll ever stop predatory activity on Roblox. It's physically impossible. Even with this online safety act, there'll be ways to circumvent it. You don't think, like, a predator who's specifically, like, only into children, you don't think that they would go to the extent of, like, going on the dark web and buying, like, a fake ID or something like that? It's just not, it's not going to stop anything.
So,
if someone is determined enough, they will circumvent the system. Well, basically, everyone else gets, like, fucked over for it.
I started out as just a normal Roblox content creator. I made games on...
Bro got thinning hair. The clown sent me. What, Colossal is crazy? Is he... What, did he wake up from his coma? Did the kidney dialysis machine, like, shut off or something? Just comes in my chat, like... He sent you. A lone man, okay.
A really basic kids game. You would see it, you would not think there's any way predators could infiltrate this game or anything like that. And what I saw was there were people trying to do horrible stuff, and it blew my mind. Like, because this is a community I really cared about, I was very involved in, and, you know, I would get emails saying, hey, there's this predator, he's messaging me inappropriately, and this is his Roblox account, can you do something? And there was really nothing I could do. But, I mean, as time went on, these messages only just increased in volume, and then I created my current main channel, Schlep, and on that channel, it just exploded. I was getting these emails more than daily.
You exposed at least 6 different predators on Roblox. All 6 of...
I think the scary thing is, Schlep has done a great job exposing these people, right? But imagine the hours the manpower to build that rapport, to make them feel comfortable into not thinking they're being set up, to meeting them in person for the sting, to confirm that it actually is true. Imagine the amount of hours. I mean, I imagine these videos take him weeks, if not months, probably months to build that rapport. But imagine like, it's like a hydra. It's like every head you cut off, there's like 7 more that just spawn in.
Which all
mental strength, yeah, that as well.
6 of whom were prosecuted by law enforcement.
See, that's like, that's how you know they've done a good job if it's prosecution. Because usually what happens is they'll argue entrapment. Because if you force a conversation onto someone, like even if they're a predator, they can claim entrapment and then the case gets dropped. I think that happened a couple of times with To Catch a Predator, like only a couple of times. But yeah, that's usually why, like, you'll get people and they do a predator sting and it like, oh, it's so funny, I'm gonna open stake and like you're gonna play on my phone, predator, or like you're gonna fight me in Fortnite or something. But like, then it's like, then they get arrested and then nothing happens because they claim entrapment and then they just go home. And it's like, okay, my face is out there, my life's ruined, but like I wasn't like a big online presence anyway, so I can still probably exist well. The one we got in June was like over 3 months of chats. It was draining too. Talking to predators is not fun. Yeah, I can imagine that just being so grueling. The mugshot made everything worth it. Based. Yeah, again, it's building that rapport because it's like what they know that they're doing is wrong. So they're going to be hyper vigilant. They're going to be super aware and checking everything and making sure, you know. Like even if they're like blind, dumb, horny or something, they're going to be hyper vigilant.
But you went to ROBLOX first.
So yeah, we would find ROBLOX predators and we would set up little decoy stings, and you know, these predators would show up and we would sit down, we would have a conversation sort of similar to what you do, and you know, they would
By the way, I was
the good morning text, the worst. Wake up in the morning and get that text is just like, dog. Yeah, I know. Like they've literally just gravitated towards you. Like almost like you're their property now or something.
22 when I started in television reporter. That's how old Schlepp is now.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, we would talk to them, and a lot of times when the cops would show up, they would just admit to everything. Even after being Mirandized, they would be like, yeah, I was here to do this. They would just bring charges on them every single time.
And how did ROBLOX respond to this?
I can't imagine how that's treated as well. It's like, you know, because that's when you know it's actual grooming as well. Because they're like, you know, checking up on you and it's like, oh, good morning, my cupcake. How are you? You know, like they treat you like they're your partner and stuff. It's crazy.
Multiple instances.
The internet was a mistake.
We would send them the
Pull the plug.
that we were sending to law.
Dude, we need Am from like I Have No Mouth. Please. We need all the AI to like merge and combine and just wipe us all out, please.
Law enforcement, and they would not take action until after our videos would release, which would get millions of views.
You get millions of views on these videos. It can't be a proud moment for ROBLOX. It's somewhat embarrassing. What does ROBLOX do then?
I made it very clear to ROBLOX, you know, I was willing to handle stuff privately.
The thing is, like seeing their faces, I don't want to judge, but they all look like shut-ins. Very sad, lonely people. That's another aspect to it as well. And that's, you know, that sucks. But again, that doesn't give the excuse to like go and message people that they know are underage and then trying to meet up with them in person. Like no level of loneliness excuses that.
Privately with them, and I just wanted a line to the company. After one of my first arrests, that was literally what I put out. I was victimized on this platform as a kid, and that I wanted...
Talking about messages, Meta is going to start using your DMs to train their AI. Yeah, I heard about that. So you can actually opt out of that. There's a way you can do it in the settings. I can't show it now. It's very convoluted, but you can actually opt out of it.
Online so I could properly communicate with them to report these individuals. They never gave me anything until what happened very recently.
Which was?
A cease and desist letter.
Oh, the loneliness thing? Yeah, nothing excuses it. I'm just saying that these are like very sad, lonely people.
A cease and desist
And part...
letter. So
I don't feel bad for any of them. Most state directly how it's wrong. One said, you'd be the victim if we met... Oh, okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah, see, I was trying to think in my head, if they actually got the support and they weren't lonely, would they have possibly, in an alternate dimension, not turned to this, right? If they actually had a friend group and they went to the gym or something, or turn their life around. But yeah, like what you said there, like they're explicitly, they know what they're doing is bad, and they're continuing to do it anyway. It's not like a last resort. It's like a turn on.
get this, all right? Schlepp, who's doing this work, receives a cease and desist letter from Roblox, essentially threatening legal action and...
What kind of support would stop them from doing it? Jesus, I mean, you've got those therapy groups for people that are like predators and they're like non-acting and stuff like that. But that's a whole different argument to be made, whether that's even a good thing or not.
insinuating that he was breaking the law and certainly breaking the terms of service.
There's different kinds of preds. Some are lonely, some are full-blown CP. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm happy you can see that. Okay, that's very empathetic of you that you can see that, Schlepp, because I think there are different kinds of predators. Yeah, no. Like, some of them are, like, actual, like, it's a business for them, right? Like, trading it around and stuff. Like, that's evil. But then, obviously, you've just got, like, the lonely type, and it's like, in an alternate timeline, could you have been stopped from doing this?
With Roblox.
They had an opportunity to make Schlepp a partner, an ambassador of moderation of safety, and instead, what we're seeing is Roblox has its public face.
Schlepp is an empath. What are you referencing? I know you're doing a bit right now. My brain can't call it. Oh, it's... Wait, what's he referencing? What's the bit he's referencing there? The empath bit. Shane Dawson, that's right.
Actions, which are very, flowery, positive statements about everything it's doing about safety. And behind the scenes, they're trying...
I mean, they can throw out as many statements as they want, saying that they're committed and, but, like, it's just nothing. It's words.
Trying to silence critics. They are removing content that Schlepp and others have identified from their platform to cover.
Bathroom games on Roblox should not exist. Predators are everywhere. Parents, your kids shouldn't be playing this. Roblox is healing games results for bathroom 3 hours ago versus now they're all gone.
For their tracks. And they are trying to move cases that have been filed, including cases that we filed, into confidential arbitration, where public scrutiny of the choices they made, of what they knew when they knew it, would be completely impossible.
Is this arbitration a normal part of dealing with a case like this, or is this a way to hush people?
It's a way to hush survivors' assault. It's something that the United States Congress in 2023 decided through legislation that they were not going to permit. But it's not even just.
Well, I don't think the conversation should really be based. I see people in chat talking now. I don't think the conversation should be entirely based around, could a predator have gone down a different path? I think it's more the fact that Roblox is enabling it. Like, having that platform and that easy accessibility. And keep in mind, it's all online as well. It's such an easier window into, like, committing stuff like that.
A question of law, because we're confident we're going to beat down the arbitration provisions. But it's a question of values for Roblox. What are...
That's obviously what this entire video is about.
Roblox's values. And they have core values that they represent to the public.
Like, they will literally make an entire website on, like, Wix talking about how they take responsibility without actually saying sorry. Remember that video where all those celebrities were saying, I take responsibility? You remember that? It's a 1.6. It's actually a 1.6. Hang on. I will go back to the Schlepp video. I just got to watch this. I think it was about racism. To be honest, I'm not watching the video. I don't care. I just want to see Jesse Pinkman do it. I know he's here. Is it this bit? Of course it's the most replayed bit. Of course it is.
My presence known. And killer cops must be prosecuted. They are murderers. We can turn the tide. It is time.
Where's the bit where he says he takes responsibility? Where is it? Where are you, Jesse? Oh, there it is. Okay.
I take responsibility.
Why does it look like he's filming a bit? For that Dispatch game or something. Like, it looks like a fake apology that they'd put in Dispatch because he voices the main character.
Public, and I can tell you if you go look him up.
He's acting. No, he's actually acting.
They're the complete opposite of.
We prioritize our community before the company. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? We prioritize. Okay. So you're basically saying we prioritize our pay pigs before the bank vault.
Into a confident.
And the only way that could be actually true is like, well, if we didn't have a community, our stocks would go down. What do you say, Schleppy? Let's have a little look. Read the We Are Responsible. Okay. I feel like I gotta do the Jesse Pinkman, Aaron Paul bit. We are responsible. We are empowered and responsible for both the intended and unintended consequences of our actions. That was literally the Jesse Pinkman we take responsibility bit, but somehow worse. What is that? That's like the most that is such a nothing statement. It might actually become antimatter.
Detective, I don't want you to, obviously, I don't want to put you in a position to give away tradecraft because this work you do is so critical.
Just nothing statement.
And so important, and we've had the benefit of seeing you in action, but based upon your work, you know.
We do the thing, and well, we possibly could have the yes, signed by the CEO of Roblox. Jarvis, get Aaron Paul to say it. Xbox, turn on.
Going after predators and people who exploit children. Are you surprised at the level of predatory activity on this platform?
Lawyers wrote it. Well, if it wasn't lawyers, it was ChatGPT.
Not surprised based on how...
ChatGPT, could you write for me the most useless statement known to man? Cheers.
It is set up. I am shocked that it is there and that it's continuing. I feel that...
Nothing Burger Inc. Yep.
There's specific things that getting into trade...
ChatGPT, write me a statement where I admit fault, but I don't want my stock prices to go down.
Craft I can't specifically talk about here, but very specific things that could be done that would be easy, that would quash a significant amount of it. I know that information has been relayed by myself and other investigators.
So you and other detectives have shared your thoughts about this based upon real-life investigative experience to the company, to ROBLOX.
Yes, and they've facilitated those interactions, which, you know, on the one hand, that's fantastic.
We are empowered and responsible for the blank unintended consequences of our actions. That is exactly how it was wrote. It's just mental illness.
Meet with them. We talk about a few things. They say, okay, we'll have to get with our people. I'm at another interaction several months later.
Okay, so someone in chat just said the best sentence that summarizes what they said. It was kind of our fault, but we never did that.
And the same things are brought up by other people, and the reaction...
It was kind of our fault, but nothing happened.
It's the same. Oh, these are great ideas. The same people I spoke to several months ago. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. All I know is these... of children is continuing.
It's continuing as we sit here on this stage, even though you and others have given suggestions, concrete steps to prevent it from happening. Detective, what do you say based upon everything you've learned, everything you know about the activity on this platform? What do you say to parents?
I'd say that there are individuals, a significant amount of individuals on that platform who have a obscure interest.
I thought that was Sam Freed for a second. Do they not look similar? That's actually crazy. What the hell? I'd whiplash.
In the violation of innocence. And I would say, with that being the case, if it was my children, I would not put them on there. And so where it stands now, Roblox is inarguably not safe for children.
So you might be wondering...
They will literally never change unless their stocks die or the government gets involved.
Wondering how Roblox's event...
Which one will happen first? Place your bets now.
...went while I was on stage.
When has the government ever done anything to stop a big company? Sorry, the American government. The American government. Not the EU government, which is still useless, but they did one good thing. They cucked Apple and forced them to use USB-C ports to stop wastage. Because who has an A port now anyway? Government? If I had to guess. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be government. There's got to be someone at Congress that can be wrote to, right? To like, Schlepp, have you tried writing to any government officials about this? Or no? I'm not saying like it's your responsibility or anything like that. I'm just asking if you've done anything like that. Who can he reach out to? Like, I mean, you got Matt Pat, who's like the most relatable person, but that isn't even his sector, and he's not even technically in government. I'm in touch with a lot of legislators based. That's good to hear.
Speaking about them, their event opened with a warning.
Let's just hope none of them are in their pocket. Am I right? Am I right?
Warning to anyone who planned on causing a disturbance.
We ask that everyone let presentations and discussions run without interruption. If an interruption does occur, that person will be asked to leave RDC.
Now, as we began taking the stage, their keynote began. While we were on stage...
Yeah, guys, can you not say anything? Like, they definitely had a panic meeting and they were like, someone's going to shout free Schlepp. Someone is going to shout that out. And I don't know what to do.
Talking about the real harm going...
We're not going to say him. But, you know, I like how them not saying him as well. That just creates a Streisand effect. Where it's like, we know why.
The CEO of Roblox was on stage at his event talking about the idea of bringing dating...
I'm going to head out. See ya. Yeah, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it.
...dating onto the platform.
Let's up this to 18.
Hang on, we go.
18 plus. So this one's controversial, but here's what...
Wait, let me say that again. His initial plan was to make this dating feature for people who weren't adults.
Up this to 18 plus. So this one's controversial, but here's what...
This is while multiple lawsuits are being filed against Roblox every single week. Instead of addressing those cases, they are on stage at the exact same time we are, entertaining the idea of turning this app primarily played by kids into a dating platform. Then Roblox went ahead and rushed out a...
Why would you even think of adding that? Money. And like I said earlier, I've said this multiple times, but I've been watching this for so long. They want to make Roblox an everything app that you never leave. And dating is a great way to keep people on the platform.
Brand new panel to deal with all the outrage, to show how transparent they're being towards safety. And during the entire session, the word...
Dude, the future's gonna get scary, man. I swear that whole meme about this, like, you know, 50 years from now, there's only gonna be like 3 big companies. There'll be hundreds of companies, but they'll all be owned by like 3 big ones.
Predator wasn't even mentioned once. They talked about safety while single-handedly ignoring the biggest safety problem on their platform. What do you call this other than PR theater? None of this remotely compares though to what happened when a CNBC journalist confronted the CEO at RDC about me live on television.
Now let's talk about safety. This is you did have a new safety announcement this year. The age estimation. Basically,
That's right.
someone takes a selfie, they could see it. At the same time, there's the Louisiana Attorney General's lawsuit against you. There's also the Schlepp controversy, this sort of vigilante, so to speak, and you kicked him off your platform. As you guys continue to think about safety and go after this, why is it so easy for someone like a Schlepp to go in and play Chris Hansen? And
Okay, I'm happy he did that because he mentioned Schlepp in the middle. He kind of did like a shit sandwich where it's like nothing, big thing, nothing. But then he circled back round to Schlepp. Because if he only put Schlepp in the middle, this guy would not acknowledge it at all.
sort of find these things that you guys aren't finding.
Yeah, I want to highlight.
To save you the next minute and 30 seconds, the CEO completely ignores the question.
Okay, he ignores it anyway. Okay.
Instead, he goes on a tangent talking about how safe Roblox is. He talks about safety.
Yeah, if he mentioned you in the middle, Schlepp, and then didn't finish with you, that's a free out.
Features and
but now he's like pressed.
Parental controls, which I've shown in this video, are deeply flawed. And he doesn't acknowledge me once despite me being the question. The interviewer asked him once again, as direct as you possibly can be. If David ignores this, it will be most definitely viewed as him refusing to answer the question about my situation.
This is a very passionate issue among your user base and your community, and they find stuff too. And it was a big controversy when you kicked this guy off the platform.
Yeah, we want to highlight.
How should they be thinking about that?
Yeah, we want to highlight really, we have no tolerance for people who don't follow our policies. And so, for example, we don't allow people on our platform to impersonate other people or to do other things on our platform.
The CEO.
We don't allow people to do other things on our platform. Is this guy AI? Like, actually?
Of Roblox is outright.
No, he did like the Dead by Daylight. Like, he did the QuickTime event where you actually boost fixing the generator.
Lying about me. I already addressed this point in my last video. Impersonation means I'm taking the identity of a real person. We have never once done that. Our decoys are fictional profiles built from nothing. The images used are from adults that work with us. Since there's no identity, there's nobody to impersonate. Roblox is once again painting me as a villain. But this moment here is different because after demonizing me, he's about to try and play both sides.
We're really consistent, but
I was hoping he was going to say, you just see the stock market and it just goes straight down.
One highlight, we've reached out to Schlepp, we've reached out to the General. We love their, feedback and input to how to scale our system. It's why we focus so much on keeping everyone on Roblox where they can share images, or where all text is filtered.
Roblox went from lying about me to praising my feedback in the same sentence. For more than a year, I had been begging this company.
The Tesla chip in the back of his head was like, no, say something good now.
For a line of communication. They ignored every attempt. Now they are using that inappropriate outreach to me as a PR.
That is like the biggest accidental kneel I have seen a CEO take.
Talking point in interviews as proof that
they can't. Do you notice if you read between the lines, he can't even deny the problem there. We love his feedback. They're not even condemning him. That just shows that they know that they have a problem.
They are engaging and doing their part. Here's what David does not say. He does not mention that they went behind my lawyers' backs. He does not mention that his team had spent weeks
Corpo lingo. There's a very good video, actually. I'm not going to play it now, but it goes into why, like, CEOs and politicians, they never answer a question. It's like, do you, like, for example, you get asked, like, do you like lettuce? And then they'll say, well, all salads are great. They'll never answer the question directly. And the video basically explained they are absolutely terrified of being fact-checked if they commit to a statement that they're wrong, and also that their opinion could be invalidated.
In the media.
So they'll just give this non-statement that makes everyone kind of angry, but then everyone forgets.
Comparing me to predators and mislabeling me as a vigilante. He does not mention that even after the outreach, they continued attacking me, and that in this very same sentence where he pretends to play both sides, he is still lying about me. This is not a company trying to work with someone in good faith.
How could you be that neutral? Genuinely. Like, that's like bombing Megaton in Fallout 3, and then you give the homeless man outside Rivet City just enough bottled water to get your karma back to neutral. How?
This is a company trying to rewrite the record publicly while they continue the same behavior that they claim to have stopped. After this interview, my law firm made a letter to Roblox's legal team, which was also posted publicly. We mentioned all the following points on how inappropriate their behavior was, but we made it clear to Roblox, even after everything that they've done, we are still open to a conversation, but only on basic good faith terms.
If Roblox is sincerely interested in a constructive conversation about platform safety, we are open to engaging in such a dialogue, provided it is not conducted in a context where our client is simultaneously being threatened, publicly maligned, and privately courted without notice to his legal representatives. Critically, any such discussion must also address how Roblox intends to become accountable to the hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals who have been exposed to predation as a result of using the platform. To date, despite publicly attacking Schlepp and hastily introducing safety features in apparent response to the unfavorable publicity generated by his advocacy, neither Mr. Kaufman, Mr. Bazooki, nor any other representative of the company has asked a single question about the devastating number of survivors of misconduct facilitated through the Roblox platform.
It's been almost 2 months since that letter was sent to Roblox's law firm, and they have not responded to my attorneys. Roblox reached out to me only after the damage was done, and the way they did it was inappropriate and self-serving. They tried to hold that outreach up in the public as proof they engaged and cared about what I had to say, while still continuing the same disgusting attacks. Even after that, I didn't reject them. All I did was wait, and then I countered with 2 basic conditions: honesty and a basic...
Would you let your child play Roblox? Hell no. Hell no!
Discussion for the victims that they themselves have created. And well, that was too much for them because they never responded back. Maybe I could have come back to Roblox. Maybe I could have even worked with them like they suggested. But if a company cannot agree to something as basic as speaking in good faith, then there's something deeper going wrong here. I will not trade my voice for a few Roblox accounts. At the end of the day, there's thousands of survivors who were not listened to, who were dismissed, who were harmed on a platform that told the world it was safe. After what happened to me when I was younger, I searched the world for that voice. I will not stop speaking out for the thousands of victims that this platform has created. And the reality is,
I think the majority of the time it's the parents' problem. I'm glad Schlepp is spreading awareness. I did mention earlier how a lot of this does stem from like parental negligence. But more importantly, Roblox is basically allowing it. You know, they're not making any kind of like safeguards. And if they are, they can, you know, it's like they're putting up a fence to protect kids. And the fence is like 2 inches tall.
I think Roblox knows this. And I think this is why they didn't reach back out. And if that means I'm banned forever and can never play this game again, well, so be it.
Investigation, our documentary, we've been, as you know, trying to schedule a sit-down interview with somebody from Roblox to discuss all of these issues in a very open and
Wait, he's got the exact same headphones I'm wearing.
honest environment. And
I think the main problem is how Roblox is advertising it. They say their platform is the safest for anyone on the internet. Direct quote. Parents being deceived is the core problem, is the core to a lot of these lawsuits. Yep. Like, it's more the fact that, okay, so, because obviously, you know, Schlepp has been very open about this. Like, he was groomed on Roblox. And now everyone's saying, it's the parents' fault. It's the parents' fault. And I've said that as well. I'm only talking about now, because like back then, I don't think many people had an idea that Roblox was a platform full of predators. Like, the only reason we talk about Roblox in such a negative light now is because people like Schlepp have made videos talking about it and exposing people on there.
Thus far, they are refusing to sit down for an interview.
But, you know, back then, it was like, oh, it's this free thing for my kid. Sure, it'll be fine.
And when I
Thank you, Burrito, for the 11 months.
pressed as to why they wouldn't want to sit down, a spokesperson told me it was because I interviewed you and the Louisiana Attorney General.
The irony of Roblox going on live television saying they value the feedback from me and
The other part about Roblox is that it's a free game. Well, yeah, I mean, why are all the biggest games in the world free? Because they know kids have no money. I remember, like, I've said this before when I was growing up, like, you know, before YouTube, like, my parents were teachers. We were basically, you know, like, lower middle class, like, upper working class. Didn't have a lot of money. I could probably buy, like, 2 or 3 brand new video games a year. So what I would do is just play Xbox 360 demos because they were free. Like, because when you're a kid, you don't have money. Maybe you got like pocket money or something. You don't have like a credit card or a bank account or anything like that.
the state attorney general, and then turning around and refusing Chris Hansen's interview, that can only be viewed as pure dishonesty. In just the last month, during a Senate Judiciary hearing, a whistleblower from another company called out Roblox for their massive safety failures. Florida has now issued a criminal subpoena against Roblox, officially putting them under criminal investigation. Texas has announced a sweeping lawsuit against Roblox. Kentucky and other states have filed lawsuits too. And in Kentucky's filing, my name is mentioned 13 times. They even mentioned me in the press conference. They cite safety issues that I've been bringing up since before my cease and desist, and highlight how I've been calling it out. On Fox News earlier this month, David was asked about me again. He ignored the question about me, but then he tried to shift the blame onto other social media platforms, which of course he didn't name. But mind you, Roblox is partnered with those.
Oh, that's right. The thing where it's like, you know, because a lot of these like people, they'll get them on, they'll meet them on Roblox, but then they'll move off platform, like onto Discord. But it's like, I mean, yeah, but you still met them on Roblox. You still initiated it on Roblox. That doesn't let you shift the blame to Discord suddenly.
Other platform, and only when to be put under the spotlight, they shift the blame. There's a lot I can't talk about yet, but trust me, this fight is far from over. Roblox has created one of the most dangerous spaces online, and the people responsible for it need to be
Roblox advertises Discord on their platform.
held accountable. But that only happens.
Isn't that one of the reasons they sent you a cease and desist, by the way, by saying like you moved it off platform and didn't report it?
If we continue to
Bruh.
speak up, call your local senators, your attorney generals, tell them that Roblox needs to be investigated, tell them whistleblowers
They have Discord links on Roblox. Kids have been kidnapped through that.
are being silenced
Jesus.
while predators run free. Lawmakers have told me these calls matter, and that's how they got involved in the fight in the first place. Your voice has extreme power, and one simple call can change everything. I quickly want to give a shout out to these amazing people you see on your screen. If you want to go the extra mile and help support the work I'm doing, you can go over to schlepp.tv. Alongside this video releasing, I'm going to have an insane exclusive predator catch that I'm releasing over on schlepp.tv. And I did it with...
Yeah, that was a really good video. Shoutouts to Schlepp. Obviously, his channel is there. Drop him a sub. I'm not subbing because this is my lurker account. But I think I'm subbed on my main or Pyro Live. But yeah. Thanks for sitting through the video as well, Schlepp. Appreciate it. Check him out. Jesus. God. That was genuinely, that was so emotionally draining to sit through. I'm not even joking. That was crazy to sit through, man.